Cowboys Nation, what is going on? I'm your host, Big Country, and welcome to the channel. Today, folks, I'm coming on here with some breaking news in the last few hours regarding our Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, and the Joneses. And I'll just be honest with you, this whole thing regarding Dak, his contract, what are the Dallas Cowboys going to do, this or that? It's getting old. It's getting old, Fan Nation, Cowboys Nation. It's something that, if you're a Cowboys fan, you just want it done and over with. But Stephen Jones and the Cowboys have came out now, and as you can see right here, it's been reported by CBS Sports. They have come out and said that signing Dak Prescott to a long-term deal, extending him, is a priority going into this season and into 2025. In fact, let's go ahead and look exactly at what's being said here by CBS Sports and what, Stephen Jones has come out and said. Right here, quote, "Absolutely. I totally think Dak can lead us to a championship," Jones said. "He does everything the right way. He's certainly the leader of this football team. He keeps everybody motivated in the offseason. He's got everybody working out and doing all the things that it takes to put in the work to give yourself every opportunity to win a championship." So right there you can see it. Stephen Jones very, very high on Dak Prescott. And the fact that the Dallas Cowboys are, going in on him, okay, it looks like. Now, right here, Jones addressed the playoff losses saying, quote, "It just so happens that sometimes that old blown football doesn't bounce your way. And we've had some tough breaks and tough games there in the postseason." Now, this is after the Dallas Cowboys. 3 years in a row, you could argue the Dallas Cowboys have lost because of Dak Prescott's play. Or definitely, he's been one of the reasons why early on in the first and second quarters, the last 3 years, okay, the Cowboys have struggled. Now, the defense there against the Green Bay Packers did struggle. They did play bad at times, but Dak started off really, really bad there early on. He really did. Now, he also goes on to say this, reflecting on the positives of the Dak era, okay, talking about his stats, etc. Quote, "But we've won 12 games 3 years in a row," he said. "I think that's right at the top in terms of what teams have done over a 3-year period, and we're hanging around the rim. We've just got to go up there and grab it, to use a basketball term, and dunk it in. We're hanging around the rim. We just got to get the job done." End quote from Stephen Jones. Okay. And then he also says this, "We want Dak Prescott." That's that, the owner said. So it looks like Dak Prescott going into 2024 at some time will probably be getting extended, it looks like, by Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones. Whether you like it or not, that's what it looks like the Dallas Cowboys are going to be doing. Now, unless something crazy happens, when you're looking at the salary cap side of things, if they extend Dak, what kind of contract are we looking at? Could Dak Prescott honestly ruin the Dallas Cowboys extending him? Because it sounds like Stephen Jones and the Cowboys do want to extend him. This year is a $55.4-something million cap hit. They're going to have to do something between him and CeeDee Lamb's contract in order to be able to pay their draft picks. They've only got $4.4 million to work with. They will have some money, post June the 1st regarding Michael Gallup. But even then, I don't think that's enough to go into the season because most teams want, $6 to $7 million of cap space. And right now, it looks like they're only going to be saving around, $8 million or so, okay, post June the 1st, and then, the 4.4 they've already got. So they're going to have around $13, $14, $15 million, something like that. Then you got to pay your draft picks. That's going to be probably $7, $8, $9 million, okay, right around there. That would leave the Cowboys right at the bare minimum that you would want if you're an NFL owner. Most owners want going into the regular season, okay? That way, if you have an injury or two, you can go out there and get somebody in free agency that's cheap to fill a position. That's what most teams do, and that's kind of what, it looks like Stephen Jones and the Cowboys are planning as of right now, unless something comes up with Dak where Dak's just asking for too much. Okay, maybe he's not willing to do a 4 or 5 year extension. Maybe he only wants, 3 years or 4 years again. I don't know. But when you're looking at the numbers, it's just kind of crazy in some ways. If they extend Dak, what are they going to do? Are they going to ask him to essentially do, a Jalen Hurts type deal? Because Jalen Hurts got an extension off of his, his rookie contract, 5 years. We know how much it was for. Right there it is. Okay, right there it is. 5 years. Okay, total guaranteed. The guaranteed money is what you got to look at, not the $255 million. Why is it, you say, BC? It's because, honestly, a team could, move away from a player, move on from them, and the only thing they're really going to be guaranteed is the guaranteed money. So this right here is the number you got to look at. And Jalen Hurts was 5 years, $179 million. Okay, that's what it was. You can't look at the 255 because a player may never even see that. So this is what matters. Okay, now Jalen Hurts, this is his first big deal, and he got it last year, Fan Nation, Cowboys Nation. Okay, got it last year. In fact, going into 2028, he's only going to be a $47 million cap hit. Compare that to Dak Prescott's number this year, $55 million. So if Dak is willing to do a fair deal with the Dallas Cowboys, which honestly is something I don't think he did the last time. I mean, he flat out, I feel like, done the Cowboys kind of shady regarding his contract, and also his fan base saying, oh, Jerry Jones didn't try to pay him, Jerry Jones didn't do this. That's just not true. The stuff that was being said on YouTube, that's just a flat-out lie, because I actually even posted it over here. Right here it is. He turned down $30 million based on reports. Then he turned down $33 million. And in fact, even before he got his 4-year deal, because Dak never wanted to do a long-term deal with the Dallas Cowboys. His thing was he wanted to get back out on the market as soon as possible. Okay. He's actually wanting a 3 or 4 year deal and all that guaranteed money up front. That's kind of what's got the Cowboys in his position, that bad contract, that first contract they gave him. Okay. But he turned down 5 years, $175 million. Look at that right there. Kind of similar to what Jalen Hurts just got recently regarding guaranteed money, huh? He turned something like that already down. He done that years ago, which is just absolutely bonkers, Fan Nation, Cowboys Nation. So I'm interested to see if they extend Dak Prescott, what kind of money this guy's looking at, okay? Because if they go out there again and they go out there and pay him again like Patrick Mahomes, what we have seen over the last few years is the Chiefs, okay, with Patrick Mahomes, they had to move on from Tyreek Hill. They had to move on from him, Fan Nation, Cowboys Nation. Okay. What did we recently see with the Bills, with Josh Allen? Well, the Bills and Josh Allen, they moved on from Stephon Diggs. Okay. They're not the only ones, though. What you're seeing is these teams, the Packers, even with the Packers, right? Who did they move on from a few years back when they paid Aaron Rodgers all that money? Devontae Adams. Most teams can't afford to pay more than, 2 or 3 players on their roster this kind of big money. So if you pay your quarterback, Dak Prescott, all the money, and then you go out there and you pay CeeDee Lamb, CeeDee Lamb gets a big paycheck. What are you going to do about Micah Parsons is my question. What's going to happen to Micah? Are you going to let Micah go? And if you pay Micah and you pay CeeDee and you pay Dak Prescott, where's the money going to come from to pay the rest of these players? Because no other team in the NFL has went out there and tried to just keep 3 or 4 of their studs while trying to build a roster. I'll tell you what, bargain bin shopping would be the name of the game on another level if you do something like that. I mean, if you're Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, you're already in kind of dire straits with Dak's contract because he refused to do a long-term deal to begin with. Okay, he refused to do a 5-year deal. He turned down a 5-year deal. Didn't want to do a 6-year deal. And now you're in the shape with him that, it is what it is. We've seen the Vikings. What did the Vikings do? They moved on from Kirk Cousins. What have we seen the Packers do since then? Well, they moved on from Aaron Rodgers. The only quarterback that I feel like has been paid a lot of money and his team's kept him while at the same time, being able to elevate his offense without a lot of help is Patrick Mahomes. So I don't get why these other quarterbacks in the NFL are making anywhere close to the kind of money Patrick Mahomes is making. To me, it makes no sense. I feel like you should be paying the player, not the position, okay? Not every quarterback deserves to make the kind of money Patrick Mahomes makes, or honestly, even anywhere close to it. He's one of the only guys in the NFL that can go out there and elevate an offense almost by himself. I mean, he had Travis Kelce last year, but he didn't have no number 1. And he definitely didn't have a good number 2. Dak Prescott last year had that and more. He had a defense that, once again, was top 10 in the NFL in takeaways, gave him a lot of second, third chances. The year before, the 2 years prior, Dan Quinn's defense led the NFL in total takeaways. So he had a defense 2 years in a row that gave him more second, third chances to, put up numbers than any other quarterback in the NFL. And going into this year, I don't know if the Dallas Cowboys are going to be able to keep on doing for Dak what they've been doing. At some point, I just don't know, Fan Nation, Cowboys Nation. I want to know what you guys and gals think about this, okay? Stephen Jones seems like he's dead set on paying Dak, okay? But at what price are we talking about? Are we talking about Jalen Hurts top money? Are we talking about Jalen Hurts top money if you're Stephen Jones? Are you willing to pay Dak up to Jalen Hurts top money? Extend him kind of like the Eagles, done Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is much younger. Jalen Hurts, this was his first deal. Stephen Jones, the Dallas Cowboys, have already paid Dak once. Please understand they've already paid him, and the first contract was a bad contract when you really sit down and look at it. It was not a long-term deal, and for that reason, we're in the shape we're in right now if you're a Cowboys fan. But if Dak Prescott, the Cowboys can sign him at the right price, okay, if he's willing to do a long-term deal, okay, that's, not going to kill the Dallas Cowboys roster, would you be happy with it? Me personally, if Dak is willing to take, 40, 45 million, okay, and he's willing to, spread stuff out and help the Dallas Cowboys, I wouldn't mind keeping him. I'd be okay with that. But will he do it? He didn't do it the last time. He refused to do a 5-year deal last time, a 6-year deal. Do I actually think he's going to do it this time around? No, I don't. But I want to know what y'all think about it down below. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button. And guess what? Go Cowboys. That's all I've got.